Hey guys, so today I am outlining my birthday drawing for Hawks. Ignore my phone notifications, my phone is like right here. um, so I am going to start outlining and kind of talk about it as I go along. So Hawks is actually one of my favorite characters. He's kind of really important to me when it comes to different characters because he actually talks about how he wants a world where, if you're a hero, because most people in their society have, I think it's like more than 80% of people actually have superpowers and quirks. So he actually wants a place where, it's laid back. It's kind of like you go out and patrol a bit, and then basically after that you find nothing and you come back home and you can do whatever you want to and just relax. I feel like he's kind of drawing the line between what's work and what's actually your lifestyle, which he actually plays like this big role to me because every time because I don't know if you guys work full-time jobs, but I do, and typically when you work a full-time job, you actually use more than half of your time every day to work, but I feel like it's just like you sometimes forget where to draw the boundary between what's actually just work and what's actually like your life. So you start saying, "Oh, my life is basically just work." And I feel like that's what I've been doing for such a long time in terms of like working at this job. I feel like I'm always like, "Oh, it's my job. I'm here more than half of my week, like more than half of my week basically every single week." And then you start treating it as if you basically live there in terms of like you're just so used to being there and you forget to kind of switch off the part of your brain that tells you that it's not really it's not like where you live. So there's a difference between like your lifestyle. um Basically, I was just thinking of what to say when it comes to Hawks, but I feel like that's like his main thing. Like he draws the line between work and actual like your job and your actual life in terms of you need to be like aware like it's not something it's not like your life completely when it comes to your job, and then there should be you time as well, like just for yourself, because that's your actual life. And Hawks is kind of important to me because he talks about something that's very interesting. He um basically brings up a point that most heroes in My Hero Academia, they don't bring up that point where they're like, oh, it's just a job, it's basically their life. And I feel like in a universe where they're all heroes, like they all have powers, it's kind of like you're stuck in terms of like what job you're doing is basically mainly saving people because it's expected out of people who were born with powers to begin with. But House is different, and he just kind of climbs the ranks really fast. But that's just because he wants to change the future in a different way, which is really interesting. I think I haven't seen many, like, I don't see Western heroes talk about that, like in Marvel and stuff like that, in terms of like, well, I haven't really watched or read a lot of American comics and stuff like that, but basically, I feel like it's a good point to kind of emphasize on, where it's like they're just people too. They're not just heroes that can go around every single day working. I like his personality. He's very laid back, and he doesn't, but he's not super confident in terms of like, but he's not super, it's not confident. It's like being cocky, where it's like you're overly just showing off that you can do things. I feel like Hawks, he always doesn't say that he can do everything. When he's fighting, he does show like, oh, I can't handle certain things, so this is what it is. And that's why, like, he knows his limit of his power, and he doesn't have a high ego about it. He just, and then he speaks the truth about like the world and stuff. So he's not like other heroes where they're like saying things to make people feel better. He's like, this is what it is, and this is what we have to do. So he's very straight to the point, and he's pretty blunt, but I think that just adds to his personality in terms of like being someone who's not like overly confident in terms of like changing how he is. Like, he knows how far his power can go, like his quirk. I have to say, his favorite is is his design. My favorite, not his favorite, but my favorite is his design because he's he has like bird wings, and it's interesting because these bird wings, they're not completely attached to him. It's like they molt, so it's like they come off and shed, and then he can regrow them back. Um, but I like the design. It's not like regular angel wings. It's more like he's a bird, but the feathers can regenerate over time. It just takes a long while. So there's difference, and I think it's more realistic that way. But yeah. And then I drew him this, his party hat is supposed to be the color of like his hero costume shirt. And I drew this little doll that's supposed to be him as his gift. Hawks has really pretty hair, but the thing is, he has so much hair to the point where it's like every time like this time when I was drawing him, because I was just trying to get the drawing done because I have so much more I need to do. Like, I need to make more videos. But basically, I was drawing his hair and I was like roughly doing it, and I was like, how does it go again? and it's like just strands everywhere, and then the back of his head is kind of like all messy. His hair is not really the easiest to draw, but once you figure out like, I think once you figure out like the specific shape of his hair, it becomes easier. Like, the front part has like strands, and then the back part is normally just like this wavy thing that you can do to pretend like it's different strands of hair, but it's not really. Like, you'll notice I only put a couple strands in the front, and then the back is like kind of blurred like that. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I ramble on a lot about characters because I basically memorize quite a few things about them. But yeah, so Hawks is one of my favorites, so I wanted to do like a birthday video for him. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and happy birthday to Hawks. Yeah. Bye.